Yeah, what's up, everybody? This is Leela James, and you're checking me out on YouKnowIGotSoul.com.
First, I just want to talk about, the project you have coming out this summer, Loving You More in the Spirit of Etta James. Just talk to us a little bit about the project.
Well, the project is a tribute album dedicated to Etta James. What we did, we went in and we found about 9 of her songs, a couple standouts, of course, like At Last, I'd Rather Go Blind, and Something Got a Hold on Me. And then we found several other songs that were, pretty much not familiar to people, and just basically went in and gave them a new face. We redid them all, and none of the songs sound like the original songs, because we turned them really inside out. And the idea was to, take the music and give it a fresh approach for 2012, 2013, and so on.
Yeah.
It was as if Etta, existed today, maybe how her music would be approached today. And there was a way of reintroducing it, to a new generation of listeners, and keeping her legacy alive, and just paying homage to her and what she did in terms of her contribution to music, blues in particular, but they're just actors, and I think it was really cool, and I'm really excited about the way the music came out, because I know a lot of times people think, oh, you're doing a tribute album and you're covering songs, and so I think exactly like what the originals sound like, just, done over, but these songs don't. They sound completely different, like completely different. Like some of the songs you wouldn't even realize that they were her songs because they still sound so different.
Yeah. And I was reading, in addition to the the songs you did of hers, you also had some original songs of your own that were inspired by her. So I wanted to get your take on what was the inspiration you were able to draw from her as an artist.
Well, I mean, the idea again was just to kind of do her music and keep it alive with giving it a fresh take, and then doing that, I was inspired to do a couple of original songs, basically dedicated to her in that vibe of where we were with her songs. And I guess going from doing her music and the content of things she would sing about, it was kind of easy. It was either love gone bad, love good, heartache, that type of stuff. So I like the good stuff.
Yeah. What do you think it is about Etta James that made you feel so strongly that you wanted to do a tribute album to her?
Well, she along with many other artists, I personally feel in their day, seems to not get the credit and props and respect that they were due. And she was just a great artist, and I don't know that was really, really realized in her lifetime. And, this was a way of, listen, let's, keep the greats out there, because a lot of times people will, once a person dies, an artist dies, their sales go up and things of that sort. But I also felt like in doing her music, not only going and find what was already out here, some of the stuff, because we gave it a fresh, updated twist, could be, heard today with this new generation, because let's just be frank, you have young people that are just not going to relate to, a Etta James record of, 1950, whatever,
Yeah.
It just, the sounds were different, everything. So this was a way of how can we take her songs and make them relevant today?
That's a great point.
Where people, this generation of today will appreciate and enjoy it and say, hey, yeah, Etta James was the truth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Versus like, oh yeah, that's that lady they said they sang, and oh okay, yeah, she died. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Many have called you the Etta James of your generation. You know, how do you respond to that accolade?
Wow. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard that, but you know, I mean, that to be even mentioned in the same sentence, breath. That's definitely an honor. I'm humbled. That's a compliment, but I'm just trying to do, you know, me, and you know, I think there's one Etta James, and there'll always be one Etta James. I'm just Leela James, and I'm trying to compliment what Etta James did with this project, and you know, hopefully, you know, I'll carve out a place in history for myself, and maybe one day some, you know, young artists will be doing the same with my music.
Cool. You recently, you know, released a single for Something's Got a Hold on Me, and you shot the video for it. Just talk a little bit about your version of that.
Yeah, well, again, you know, it was so much fun. First of all, the video was like just loads of fun, but in doing that song, it was the same thing. The approach was to give it a fresh twist. If you listen to the original, Something's Got a Hold on Me, and listen to my version of Something's Got a Hold on Me, they're completely different, yet they're both up-tempo. For Etta, that was like different in the sense that, you know, a lot of her songs were 6/8 tempo. So for her to have like a up-tempo record at that time, that was kind of different. And it was like, okay, this is something where the kids can dance to, and you know, we wanted to do the same thing. So I kind of gave it, you know, a fresh like 2012, you know, dance pop type of vibe, but fun and make you want to kind of still, you know, reminisce to that era, but also to what might be kind of fun and funky today. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it was just, you know, an up-tempo fun record, and I really like it. It was one of my favorites. And then in the video, we had a blast. What we wanted to do with the video, if you watch it, is tie in and make the connection of the two different time periods. It was, I'm playing Etta then and Etta now. So, like, you have, throughout the whole video, it's like double screen, and a lot of the shots where it's black and white, basically from yesterday, you know, and Etta today, and it's, what we're saying is, music was good then and it's good now, because when music is just real and it's good, it's gonna stand the test of time. So she's still here.
Yeah.
And her spirit still lives on.
Yeah. Cool. You know, in an era of R&B music when a lot of artists are focusing on keeping their sound current and moving with trends, you know, is it intimidating as an artist to kind of just do something different and kind of focus on, you know, an artist who was prevalent decades ago? You know, she's a legend, but a lot of artists don't focus on that sound or giving tribute. You know, talk about that.
Well, you're right. That's what I said. You know, they don't focus on it, and well, even when she was alive, that's why I said she didn't really, in my opinion, get a lot of kudos and respect. So that was kind of the approach of taking the music and giving it a relevant sound according to what today's sound might consider relevant, but it's still trying to maintain the integrity of this musicianship and the music and doing me. So it's like I'm in the spirit of Etta James. It is her original music, but I'm doing it with a twist from my perspective as well.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's going to still have a Leela edge, because there's certain things that I like in my own sound of music that I'm going to bring to the table in redoing her music.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, we've lost some legends in the industry over this past year. You know, some artists who have influenced many of our artists today. do you think more could be done, or what would you like to see done by other artists to pay tribute? Because it seems like we definitely don't get, enough tributes like what you're doing here.
Well, I mean, I think this weeks ago, this was dear to me because, one, I'm a lover of music and I'm a lover of, in my opinion, real artists, real singers, and so, from my beginnings of entering into the business, I came in the door talking about, real music and real singers, and, they don't sing no more, and this, and that, and third. So, I'm always going to try to do my part to keep names out there, as well as my own name, but, just keep, in my opinion, the legends and, the ones that, are worthy of accolades and respect. And so we won't get away from, knowing what was real, because I feel like after a certain amount of time, if you've been fed and conditioned so much mediocrity and whackness and badness, the bad becomes good.
Yeah.
And, people don't know the difference. They're conditioned thinking something is hot when it's really not hot. It's just that it's played on the radio all the time, or you're seeing it on your TV screen, so you're thinking that's what it is, but you're not knowing that there's something much better out there. You don't hear it, you know what I'm saying, because it's not getting the light and the shine. So, again, for me, it's important to, keep certain names out there and make certain, references to things that people can kind of compare to, and just when you think, oh, so-and-so is second coming. No, let me tell you, this, that, no, that's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because bad can't be good. Yeah. But it can be if you're conditioned and you've never heard real good, or you don't even know what good really sounds like, because good is not played for you.
Mm-hmm. Interesting points.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes great sense. Just want to ask you one final question. I don't know if you've had a chance to in the past, meet Etta James or interact with her, but what do you think her reaction would be to this tribute you were putting out for her?
Well, it is interesting. I have no idea, because I didn't get a chance to meet her in her lifetime, unfortunately. But I've met people that knew her very well, worked closely with her, and based off of things that they've shared with me, I don't know. She probably would have mixed feelings about a lot of stuff, because music was very important to her, from what I understand, and she took everything, very personally and very serious. And I think, one, I think she would appreciate that someone is taking the time to do something like that for her, because I don't, think it was done. And, of course, even in the last year or so of her life, she kind of felt a little like, she should have been, the one doing certain things. So she probably would be taken back by the fact that people are even taking the time to do something for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So that's all we got for you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I want to add that the album is dropping July 31st. We have a single out right now, something kind of hold on me along with the video, and then some behind the scenes. We can do the video. We're also getting ready to put out another single, and the entire album is just really good. And I just want everybody to go out and support the record, not only for myself, but for the legacy and memory and honor of Etta James.